Welcome back to Breakout. And we now have more room down here. I've put another elevator block in. Yeah, I've cleaned out this entire bottom section as much as I feel like I need to before I get another episode out. So you can see these side areas start out with endstone. That's full of endstone all the way up until it gets to some crushed endstone at the top. So if we clean that out, this is roughly the kind of size you can expect to get those resources out of. Crushed endstone is useful. Basically, you want to sieve the stuff. And if we sieve it, oh, not get it, I want to sieve it, we'll be able to get ender dust from it and glowstone dust. Of course, both of those are useful. Unlike Glacial Awakening, which I was also on the channel, ender dust is a lot easier to get here. We can get 25 there. If we just grab some more of the crushed endstone, did I put it in here? Yes, I did. We can just swap it out there. And it will start producing basically ender pearls. So that's fine. Today we're going to get on with a few of the machine quests and getting into one of the other quarters. We definitely need to expand. I think we want actually additions. I think. Yeah. And we'll leave Britannia until last. So the quest we need to actually get to is this one. It has a pick of choice. I did do a couple of quests off camera. Not that there were anything special about them. Basic machines was a pulverizer and redstone furnace. Very straightforward. We've already created the magma crucible and fluid transposer, which I just picked up in the quest completed. And then finally an induction smelter. So all I did was craft these three machines and hook them up with leadstone flux duct to our lava based power, which is working fine. I did disconnect leadstone flux duct from here. I made an error. Just basically, if you have it connected to here and to here, then this is fighting with the this capacitor is fighting with the network for power. If you connect this directly to the capacitor bank, then there isn't an issue. You can see it is currently growing, but obviously when I turn the machines on, that will start draining. It only drains from the capacitor then. The alternate thing we could probably do is connect maybe more Stirling generators later up to our our rather fast lava supply, but we don't need to worry about it. We've got things going. So in the meantime, we need to get started with this last quest I was talking about. Well, there's one on this side, but it's basically to make a sequential fabricator. That's a nice thing to do. Can I add it to JR if you're in here? No, I can't. Okay, so sequential fabricator. Not a machine I've used before, so I'll add it there. Seems fairly straightforward to use, so why don't we just go ahead and do that anyway. So we're going to need some copper. I've put some 2x2 drawers here, and let's just put 8 in there. That will make a couple of gears. I've basically crunched down some tin as well. We're going to get a little bit of wood from somewhere downstairs. There. Which wood have we got left? We've got 7 stacks. More than enough wood for what I need. And that needs a crafting table, so we'll craft a crafting table. And then what else was it? We need a redstone reception coil. I've got one in my inventory. And we need a machine frame. That's some tin gears, some iron. So another tin gear. We'll get 4 of you. Okay, and we want 4 iron. And let's see what this system has. Do we have any iron? We do. I don't have excessive amounts of iron, which is about coming into the Glacial Awakening playthrough. I'm starting to get a lot more iron in that playthrough, but this was faster until the last episode I just produced. Anyway, it's a lazy Sunday, so we can get this out of the way. Throw the iron chunks in there. We'll get the tin gear out, and then we just need some glass, which I've already got in my inventory, and everything should go. So let's just grab the machine frame, and let's then craft the whole sequential fabricator. So you can go there. And okay, so what does the quest say about it? Because I've not used it before. Simple alloys like electrum and invar we can make before just by pulverizing and mixing. Yeah, that's fine. But for more advanced features and upgrades, we need to get into more complicated alloys like signalum, lumium, and enderium. Those are the 3 things we need for the end quest in this quarter. These alloys start with pulverized metals, but also need a molten... Molten is EN, sorry. My brain just jumped straight to it. So with pulverized metals, we'll also need a molten component. This can be done in a crafting grid, but is much more efficient to automate it, particularly if you need more than a couple of ingots. Sequential fabricator with an upgrade and a liquid crafting augment can automatically combine your ore dusts and molten materials in one process. Okay, so we need a fluidic fabrication and some signalum blend. So fluidic. Okay. A couple of copper, piece of glass, and a bucket. And that's just a couple of redstone. Do we have some redstone? We do. Some glass we should already have, and a bucket I have. So we can craft the middle item, I think. Yeah. And then we just need, what was it? 2 copper. There we go. Simple. Easy. Alright, so we should be able to just apply the... Oh, we need an upgrade. But one of the other quests, one of the previous ones, up here... Not you. You gave me a hardened upgrade kit and a reception coil. Now, it was probably intended that that goes onto one of those 2 machines. I kept it because I thought, yeah, I'm probably going to need that on something else. So, hardened upgrade kit will be in here somewhere. There we go. And let's get rid of you. And we should just put that on there. Now I should be able to upgrade this with an augment. Yep, that will take a liquid. And then we should be good to go. We may have to move the magma crucible across if that's needed. So that's fine. And let's take a look at the rest of the quest. We need some signal and blend now. So signal and blend is going to be copper and silver and destabilized redstone. Okay, so I need to make this the old way first, which means I need a few more iron. Just to make another bucket. I'm sure I had another bucket around somewhere, but anyway. And then if I put this in here, we just need some redstone. So I can't remember if it's 10 or if it's 4, so I'm going to try 4 first. And let's just put you in there. And that should fill that up. In the meantime, we're going to need some copper and silver. Do I have any silver? Is there silver in there? Silver in there? No. I must have some silver chunks somewhere. Silver. Here's silver. There we go. So yeah, let's get four of those. I'll put these through a compactor sooner or later to automatically chunk these. But for the moment, that's a stack of silver you can get producing. And then are you starting to bring you across yet? That's 2 gone. So... 300, so yeah, it's going to need a 10, so I'm going to need another 6. There we go. And in fact, I'm going to need another 10 as well, aren't I, because I need 2 batches of this. So let's put that there, and that should be everything. So there's our silver. We need to pulverize it, and it's 3 to 1 with copper. So how much copper have we got left? Got 2 stacks. Okay, so let's just get 6 and pulverize you. That's quite fast on the sag mill. And then 2 silver, and that should be everything we need. And with the magic of editing, we can go forwards and make this up quite easily. So let's just make that. And yes, I'm going to make it in a crafting grid for the moment, just so I don't have to move the fluid transposer, but I do have the other machine. So there is 8 signal and blend. Should get a quest from that. Yep, and we get some experience. Well, yeah, that's fine. Don't care much about the experience. But did that get us towards the other quest? The one down here. We just need 1 signalum ingot for that, so we can just throw this in there. No, we can't. Why can I not? Oh, is it in the induction smelter? Yeah, I need to throw it in with sand. Okay. Can't remember needing sand, but okay, I'll be perfectly fine with it. There's our induction smelter. We're making some hardened glass, so that's fine. And that can start making our ingot. So there's our first signalum ingot. That will be useful for lots of things. In fact, let's just take a look what we can actually use it for. Signalum upgrade kit, so that's very, very useful. And is there anything? There's obviously upgraded servos, upgraded filters, and yes, the various different flux ducts. So yeah, there's plenty of uses for it. I'm sure that'll be fine. And we get some slag out of it as well for reprocessing later. So let's just deal with that. That means we also need some aluminum. Hang on, why is that? I've got some signalum ingots. It's right here. Just detect. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this quest will consume the ingots. Okay, so it went down to 7 from 8. Oh. Okay, so aluminum and indium then. So let's go with aluminum. Aluminum's should be fairly similar in terms of process. So induction smelter, no. Is there aluminum blend? Maybe. Aluminum blend, yes. And it's energized glowstone. So we're going to need some pulverized tin and silver again. Energized glowstone, of course, we can get through the magma crucible, I think. Yep. So we're just going to need glowstone through that. And glowstone does give us basically 250 millibuckets. So if we just grab you, and I probably may have to... there we go. I may have to go and do this a little bit different later, because I'll probably want an independent fluid transposer. But in the meantime, let's pop this down. And if we put this back down here, then we set up the configuration to auto output left. There we go. Oops. Yep, that can go away. So anything in here then should go sideways into the other machine, and we need to set up the other recipe, I think, which is going to be hard if I don't have a bucket of it already. That's annoying. Okay, fine. I will go and pulverize some other stuff and maybe move this back temporarily. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I'm going to need two. I'm definitely going to need two magma crucibles. In fact, what are they made from? Magma crucible. Yeah, it's straightforward stuff that we can get. So, yeah, I'll go make another one. Okay, so Lumium should be relatively easy. Lumium blend. I am going to make 8 of this, even though the quest only needs like 1. So, yeah, it's not terribly hard to actually just make 1 batch. But I'm going to make 2 batches. I'm sure we'll use it for something. There's 1, and let's do the same thing again. There's another one. So that's 8 Lumium blend. And then last one is Enderium. This is one where if you haven't sort of prepared, you may be a bit surprised by it. It needs platinum, so you're going to need resin ender for 1. Resin ender is just ender pearls, so that's going to be straightforward. How much does that make? That's going to need for 1. Do I want to make 2 batches of this? I actually just want to make 1 batch because yeah, ender pearls aren't infinite yet. So I'll just make, well, I guess I could make enough, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to make one batch of that. Yeah, so we're just going to put that in there and a bucket in there while we make the Lumium. So yeah, I was going to say platinum. If you are short for platinum, go make sure you have this fishing setup done. And in here you will get andesite pebbles. Convert 4 of those in a grid. You'll get crushed andesite and put those through the sieve, and you will start getting platinum. It's not hugely sort of common, but it's common enough for you to be able to get some stuff, put it that way. So that's not too bad. Let me just get rid of that iron alloy. Let me just put gold up here. That seems to be more useful. And the same thing with you. And with you, we want the common metals available soon. Lead, are you up here? Yeah, you can go there. Signalum can go away. And now Lumium blend can just go straight into Lumium, I assume. With just sand again? Yeah, it's just sand. Okay, so I'm going to need like 12 sand. We get that from the bottom level as well, so that's basically free at this point. And Lumium, sand. It's going to start converting. This is not going to take terribly much longer. We need 3 lead, 1 platinum in pulverized form. And then that should get us all that we need for the quest. Of course, we will need to use it up, but we should get a pick available from that. There we go, 1 platinum, 3 lead, and we get Enderium blend, and we can just drop that in the induction smelter. We only need 1 to actually prove the quest, so grab that. And then quests, so detect, submit, all done. Exchange alloys, and we get a pick. We get a pick, which means we get a choice of direction. And that may be that there is a an enderman in here somewhere, so let's go through here. 1, 2... sword. I can hear something moving around, so there is definitely something around in here. Okay, you'll do, and let me just put this down. There we go. So again, just as before, we have a skystone area. You can go behind these quite easily, break the sticky pistons, but this gets us an atomic reconstructor essentially for free, which I will always take, and an A manual. Also red Portuguese pavement slabs for some reason. So you are coming with me because you are quite useful for all kinds of things. Should be a button around somewhere, and we have another kill chamber. It's sort of hinting that we should have kill chambers. That one won't open just because the last quarter is Britannia in that direction, so there are 2 remaining corner chambers, and I think they are right above where that cleaned out area was below. So I'm going to go and clean out some of this area Maybe, in fact, this is going to be fairly quickly for me to get around here. So let me just do this. And then I'm not sure if I showed you in a previous episode, but there are obviously pistons behind here. And there they are. So we can get rid of these. And you end up with some glowstone, of course, but we get glowstone for free anyway, so I'm not too concerned. And then, well, yeah, I guess we need to put pistons back sometimes. No, it's fine. It's fine. We just get this out of the way. Where's my yether wrench? There we go. There we go. We got a nice single sort of redstone. That's fine. And I don't really need anything else in here, but yeah, that's something I can go back to later. So yeah, we've got 3 quarters open now. That's very, very handy. And all of actually additions available as far as that's concerned. So if we have a look here, we should have the actual additions quest, which says we need to reconstruct the atom, apparently. This room appears to specialize in morphing the materials I already have into newer, more powerful versions. Providing this atomic reconstructor with power causes it to transform materials thrown below it as a push of a button. And that's going to be straightforward to do. Requires us to do Rustonia, Inori, Void, and Soul Sand. Rustonia, I think, is just redstone. Inori is, I want to say, quartz. Void is usually coal, and Soul Sand is, well, Soul Sand, and we get the wonders of 1 redstone torch for this. So yeah, let's just take a look at the crystals then. Crystals. Oops, crystal. So is Inori crystal? Oh, it's iron. Okay, I thought it was crystal. No, it's iron. I'm thinking of something else. Okay, so just throw iron in front of it. So I need 16 iron. I need 16 redstone, I would imagine. Yep. And is the void crystal the same usual recipe? Yeah, I need 16 coal and then soul sand. Do I have soul sand already? How do I manufacture it? Just sand. Okay, fine. I need to set this atomic reconstructor up somewhere, so I'll give you a second. Largely, I need power, don't I? I think I'm going to put it, well, it's appropriate near here. I can't dig through this wall. I would love to be able to dig through that wall. No, I'm going to put it down. So I'm going to put it sort of here, facing upwards, maybe? Yeah, maybe upwards. Okay, and then we just need some way to transmit redstone power to it. That, given that we just got given these, should be straightforward. If I have something like that going, oh, sometimes these don't automatically connect. There we go. And I want it to connect to the upper block. That's going to be really hard. Let me just break that block through. Go back upstairs and pull this from the top. I can't pull it from... Oh, no, I can put it from the top. That's fine. Put a block back. And then if I put some sort of pressure plate on here, let's just get to some wooden pressure plate. Do I have any space in my inventory? No. Let's just get rid of you for a second. Pressure plate. Wooden one will do fine, yeah. Just 2. There we go. So if I put you down there, you should transmit redstone to there, hopefully. But that needs power, and it needs obviously some stuff in front of it. So we need to get 16 iron. Maybe that's not transmitting power. Well, redstone even. That is... I can never remember which way around. I'm just going to set them to inputs and outputs on green. Okay, will you now work? Yeah, you'll work fine. Cool, so let's just drop in 69 Inori crystals. Okay, do the same thing with this. Redstone. It's going to run out of power in a second, but how much power is left? A little bit. Yeah, that's fine. So 16 Rustonia, 16 Inori, and then I just need 16 coal from somewhere. Do I have enough coal? Do I have any coal? Do I know a way of getting coal? Coal. Not charcoal, regular coal. We can smelt coal ore, which we can get from Overworld. Nope, that's not happening. Is there a sieve recipe? What are we going to sag it? A sag mill? No. We're going to... no. 1 second. I clearly haven't played the pack in a few days. We can just use the tiny coal and just convert that up. So that's no big deal. There we go. Straight into coal. And we need another batch of that, don't we? So another set of tiny coal. Hardened glass can go away for a second. My inventory's always full. There we go. So 16 coal. And then we just want 1 piece of sand. Okay, so that should be the quest. There isn't a separate page that gives us a redstone torch. Thanks very much. And there's a few other stuff. So lots of this is utility stuff with actually additions. Some nice mods like the farming stations, etc. Canola-based power. So yeah, and then the empowered sort of multi-block area. I think I'm going to put that over in the side area. The only problem is it needs power, and I can't get power through to it yet. So I guess that's not going to the side area just yet. And lasers. Energy laser relay. I don't think I've actually used those before. Okay, so plenty of options to get going. Now, since we already have a few things set up, particularly this stirling generator, I'd rather this not make this noise. So Ender IO for power generation, perhaps not quite as good as I might imagine. Also, this idea of passing a bucket backwards and forwards, yeah, maybe. So maybe we can improve that a little bit. Oh, also on a previous episode, I forgot where I put the enchanting books. They're over here in the second tab. Remind me if I forget again, but there is lots of different things you can do with sieve efficiencies, etc. And we'll get to applying that, but that's fine for now. So I just want to get to this magmatic dynamo. Here it is, and it is a quest, so we may as well do it anyway. So magmatic dynamo. We used these in a previous pack as well, and you can upgrade them quite a lot once you start getting the various upgrade kits going. To do this, we're going to need iron and Invar and redstone transmission coil is just silver. Invar is something I made off camera, but it's not terribly hard to make now. We can make it through Invar blend. The induction smelter should be able to make it directly. It can, so we just need iron and nickel. And we get nickel straight out of our sieve, so that's no big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an entire stack of nickel, so that can go there. And we're going to want more iron again, aren't we? So have you given me more iron? Iron's going to be shortage for every single pack, it seems. At least early game, and we'll get to that. This can't take the iron chunks directly, but we can probably do the Invar as well. Invar, will you do Invar? Alloy smelter, you will do Invar, so yeah, we can just pass that back through. And there's our iron. We only need a few nickel. Where did my nickel go? Ah, there it is. So let's just make a few. And what do we need is for the magmatic? Was it an Invar gear? So we need 4, 5, 6 per magmatic dynamo. Okay, that should be fine. If it's 2 to 1, I'm just going to make... let me just make a little bit more. Yeah, let me just make that much. There we go. So we've now got enough for 2 magmatic dynamos that way, I think. And let's put in a couple of gears. There we go. And the gears I just needed with some, what else was it now? Just some silver. So Invar, iron. Yeah, a little bit of silver, but it's just the regular kind. It's not crushed. So let's get 2 of you. Some redstone. This is full. I need to make some more room, some more crates or something. We'll see. Well, storage drawers is going to be good. I'd rather, with a pack like this where you're space limited, storage drawers is definitely not a mod for the space limited, although I guess we're starting to open things up now. So I guess we could have storage drawers in one of these rooms. I'd rather leave the actual editions room. I kind of like this crazy terracotta floor, so maybe we use one of the rooms as our storage drawers, or we jump straight to AE2 at some point if AE2's in the pack. Is it in the pack? Applied. No. Okay. We're in storage drawers. Is refined storage? So let's click applied. Oh no, it is in the pack. That's fine. Yeah. How about refined storage? No, refined storage isn't. So yeah, we can go to AE2 eventually. And are you done now? What was I looking for? I was looking for gears, wasn't I? Yep, 2 gears. So magnetic dynamo. 2 of those. And then, yep, we're going to need some fluid conduit of some kind. So conduit. I just look that up. I've got some item conduit. I don't want item conduit, I want fluid conduit. Regular fluid conduit? No, I think I need pressurized. So let's pop down. And this is the only source of power right now to this capacitor. We can't dig through that wall, unfortunately. So I've only got sort of 3 sides available. I could move this over. Have you got anything in you? No. Let's just move you over as well. Just in case. Come on. Why is there item duct? I don't think there needs to be item duct on you. No. Okay, so let's just get rid of this. Might regret this, but oh, silence. Silence is amazing. So let's put the magnetic dynamo, let's say, yeah, where am I going to put this? I'm tempted to rerun that leadstone flux underneath, and I probably will do, to be honest, but because I don't need the item duct anymore. But let's just, why won't you, when you go this way? There we go. And that's push-pull straight away. Yep, it doesn't need anything else. And this one, we do need to feed a little bit of liquid to. So let's just feed it this way. And that can be an input. This can be an extract always active. And then we got 2. Now, what I don't know is exactly how much RF per tick. Oh, does it say at the top? No, it does not say how much RF per tick these generate. And right now, it looks like they are not generating anything. Or at least the whole thing is static. Can these things generate power that the Ender IO can actually take? Oh, power output, 140 RF per tick. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that just yet. Maybe these need an upgrade. We'll see how this manages to go. Let me just check if this is being used by something else. I want to see if it's charging something. That's full. That's full. There's nothing in use up here other than the... there we go. So, yeah, this is keeping it full and not moving. So I obviously need some upgrades if I'm going to use those. But it is silent, so the upgrade route is fine by me. So we're going to get a hardened upgrade kit and an auxiliary transmission coil, which is exactly what you need to actually upgrade them. It's almost like the Quest thought about it. Dynamo's increased output. Try not to go through an elevator by standing on the crafting block. So let's just put that in. And you can put multiple levels of these in, but let's just put 1 there. Okay. Power output has tripled. This is now growing, as you might expect. And then I guess the other thing we've got to watch is whether this lava tank can keep up. And it looks like at the moment, maybe? Yeah, maybe. This hasn't completely emptied, so I will leave it as a maybe for now. We can always add more crucibles if we need to. They're at the fastest speed, so it's not like we can add much else, but we can add more crucibles if we need to. So that is good. So silent upgrade to our power system. We can make, I think we got another auxiliary transmission coil as well. So if I can keep it with the lava, oh no, it's a reception coil. We got it from one of the other quests. So if I make a couple more of those, that'll do fine. And then we got an energy cell. Now, of course, we've got the Ender IO capacitor, so basic energy cell isn't needed, but automation kit 6 I will happily take. That's hardened fluid duct, reinforced retriever. Retrievers are kind of handy. They, instead of setting up the filters, the retrievers pull everything to themselves. So if you've got lots going into one, you can get a lot more, a lot simpler setup by using a retriever on the one side rather than, servos on the many side. That's fine. And a signalum upgrade kit, so we could upgrade one of those magnetic dynamos downstairs and some other bits and pieces. I will happily take that and take all of those ingredients. Yep, claim. And on the other side, extra pair of hands, satchel. So we get an enchanted book of holding. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Satchel. Is it the hardened kind or the basic kind? It's probably the basic kind. And I guess we can make it with wool, just wool and tin. Well, okay, if you insist. 2 tin and, well, lots of string. Oh, slight problem if you do that. You need to make sure your hands are empty before you start clicking for string. But that is 3. Oh, done it again. That's annoying. Once you have some string in your inventory, it's fine. I've got 4 wool. That's actually enough. But I need to make sure I have some extra. So let's do that. There we go. And 1 satchel, please. So 1 basic satchel. Oh, does it need to be coloured? Really? Oh, it's rock wool. Okay, rock wool. Rock wool. Is that just wool and rock of some kind? Bone meal. That just dyes it. Okay, how about the recipe originally? How do I get just regular rock wool? There you go. So slag. Oh, it's just slag turns into rock wool. And we're getting slag from the induction smelter, I think. So we have 1. That's rich slag. Not quite the same. 2. How do I generate a 3rd one? 10% chance. That's terrible. I would like to be able to order this by percentage chance if at all possible, but it doesn't look like it. That's doable. Let me just look through these offline. And in fact, the best option there appears to be rich slag with iron ore, and we managed to get a byproduct out of it. So we get to this rich slag, and, well, iron chunks will actually count as well. Let's just get rid of that filter mode. And let's just turn this into this. And we'll put it in the induction smelter. That's our inderium. So rich slag and iron ore, or iron ore chunks. Yep. And this should have a 75% chance of giving me another unit of slag. So let's get that. And it should give us potentially 3 iron ingots. That's perfectly fine. And then we'll just put this through. Let's just use the redstone furnace. Yeah, it's not too slow. Rock wool. Yeah, light grey. I don't need a particular colour. 2, and the 3rd one. You finished? Yeah, we get a little bit more iron. And I'm just going to dump the rest of the iron ore chunks. Let's process it that way. Now I should be able to make the satchel. Yep, 1 basic satchel. And we get an enchanted book of holding 3. I assume holding 3 is just what you might expect, but let's just add this satchel. Yeah, so stores and collects items can be secured. Use on inventory, blah, 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 blah. Use while sneaking to configure. We could upgrade it to another tier of satchel first. Let me just take a look at the satchels. So is this just... Yeah, so we can go up through the tiers just by putting different things in here. Hardened satchel, you can just use that any die. Can we use... okay, so how about reinforced? Also any die, it looks like. That's interesting. Well, yeah, okay. Let me try and see if I can actually upgrade it with what I have in stock. I'll take a look around. The die wasn't actually an upgrade. It was simply a sort of recoloring sort of thing, so that's fine. We'll just go up to Signalum tier, I think. And I've gone through the previous tiers, so we should then be able to upgrade this, assuming I have got enough XP. So holding 3, and there we go. So that is a satchel. So let's take a look at the satchel. Lots of space. And immediately what I'm just going to do is just dump my entire inventory into it. Yep, that's fine. And we should be okay. So that's a good upgrade to have. And we're done there. And there's only a few more on the thermal expansion sort of set. Well, there could be some more expansion out here, I suppose. So yeah, phytogenic insulators are for growing crops of various kinds. So that's one option. And obviously, if you don't have space, the only problem is they need light. So I guess underneath a glowstone will do. Normally, I thought they needed daytime, though. Maybe I'm misremembering. They had a sort of sunlight indicator on them. So yeah, there's a few more bits to get through in thermal expansion, but we're just running out of time for this episode. And of course, there's a few more bits in Ender.io, but we're going to get to mobs with a powered spawner And that's what we're really going to aim for, rather than having to try and spawn things with random throws of infinity dust or whatever it's called. So yeah, we'll get to that probably next episode. Hope you liked this episode. We've got a fair bit done in thermal expansion, opened up another quarter, and heading further out towards breaking out. So we'll see you next time. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.